Hi everyone, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a very exciting layout. The Confessions of a Paper Addict Cutfiles Craftmas Countdown. That is a mouthful. So this month of December we are doing something every single day over in the Facebook group. Please make sure you go have a look. There are some gorgeous cut files going up, lots of freebies this month, lots of beautiful Christmas cut files going up in the shop. As you can see, I have got the Build a Snow Globe cut file cut out here. So I have the snow globe part and the snowman and the tree. And I have a challenge for you. It's up in the Facebook group, so if you want the details, go look there. But you would have seen in the intro my mood board that I made, and my challenge is add texture. So you can see there to the side I have lots of beautiful textural elements. I don't end up using all of them, but I do use quite a few of them. So I have this beautiful photo of my darling little angel at Boxing Day. I think this was her first Christmas. Yep, it was her first Christmas, and we were at my grandma's house, and she has on this beautiful little tutu dress, and she was just super sweet. So I thought I would use the Emerson Lane collection from Heidi Swap. That is new to me. I only got it recently. I know it's not a super new collection, but it's new to me. So I'm really looking for an excuse to use it here. And I really like that the colors aren't super traditional Christmas, and it's not a Christmas collection rather either. So I was kind of challenging myself a little bit here, but I really love how it turns out. Just backing my photo on a bit of tissue. And then I'm going to start backing my cut file. So I start going to trace and cut, but when you have a cut file that has large spaces like this one, it can be tricky to do that because as you try to trace the cut file, it sort of bends and moves. So I quickly change my mind and move into gluing and then cutting. So I just glue down my cut file with a thin strip of glue. And I use my big scissors to hack that piece out roughly. And then I use my fussy cutting scissors to come in and trim off the excess. I just find this is the easiest way to do backing a cut file. There we go. Speed through the rest. And then the rest I'm going to back, well, the rest of the base of the snow globe I'm going to back with this gorgeous sequins paper, and that's very fitting, as you'll see in a minute. I am going to make a shaker, of course I am. How could I resist with this cut file? So I have this acetate. It's from an old subscription box. I've been hoarding it for ages. It's kind of like a starburst pattern foil, and it is rose gold foil. So I'm just going to bring that in, and then I'm going to take these sequins. It's a sequin mix from a Planners Anonymous subscription box. I don't actually subscribe to them, but a friend of mine does, and she doesn't use the sequins, so I get them, which is lovely. And I'm going to pop this paper on the back of my cut file. And the reason for that is I want a different background to my actual background paper because I want the snow globe to look separate to the background. So I'm popping on my little elements. I've backed my snowman and my tree. I didn't fill in the snowman's body because I kind of want him to be see-through. Popping on some tiny enamel dots for his eyes, and then I'm just going to use a Sharpie to pop on his mouth and his buttons because, yeah, Sharpie draws on acetate easily. I was going to use Nubo drops, but I didn't want to wait for it to dry, so I just use Sharpie and it works really well. Okay, now with these sequins, I'm going to glue some onto the background paper here, just because I'm going to make a shaker, but when you have a big pocket like this, they all tend to just fall to the bottom, and, you know, I want them to be seen, so I'm going to glue quite a few just straight onto the paper on the background, so that if they do all fall to the bottom, it doesn't really matter. There we go. I'm also not going to use any foam on the edge of my cut file. I'm just going to glue the edge straight to that background paper, and that, because the pocket is smaller, it sort of squishes the sequins between the two layers a bit more. It stops them from falling to the bottom so easily. So I filled in my shaker, and I'm adding some Spiegelmum Scraps pink ones in. It's from the Vintage Dairy Mix, just to add some more pink, because I do want a little bit of pink in this layout, but it was lacking a little bit elsewhere. So a little bit of glue all the way around, and then I'm just going to smush those two pieces together. Squish, squish. There we go, beautiful. Shake, shake. So you can see all those sequins aren't falling straight to the bottom, which is what I was trying to achieve. Okay, now I'm going to make a ruffle, some double-sided tape, and some of this beautiful sparkly glitter gold tulle. Now, if you have very sharp eyes, you may notice that this tulle is exactly the same tulle that is on the skirt of her little outfit there in the photo. It's not that outfit. I had a second outfit that got given to me, handed down, and it was secondhand, and it got a little bit stained. She'd played in it, she got food on it, the bodice got ruined, so I just snipped off the tulle of the skirt and kept that. And I'm going to repurpose it in my scrapbooking. So I think it's really nice to be able to use elements of old baby clothes if they're not good enough to actually use for another child or to give away or anything like that, then it's nice to just not put them into landfill. I'll be able to repurpose them and have that as a bit of a keepsake. So this tulle is from that same dress. It's a softer, finer tulle that's part of the underskirt. So I'm just layering that up in 3 layers so that you can see it. And I'm going to kind of sandwich it between this piece of scrap cardstock and my photo mats with some wet glue, because there's lots of gaps in tulle. It's not easy to make it stick. So sandwiching it between 2 pieces of cardstock really help. Okay, I'm going to pop my snow globe up on foam because I didn't put foam around the edge, so I just want to pop the whole thing up a bit. And same with my photo, I'm just adding it behind the parts where it's not going to be overlapping the snow globe there. And now these florals, I took some time to fussy cut one of the pattern papers from this collection. It's full of beautiful big golden roses, and oh, they're so stunning. And I used quite a few of them on this layout, but I still have heaps left. So I was looking for any excuse to use these. And I just think the gold in them goes really nicely with my colour scheme. Just gluing everything down on my snow globe. Oh, so beautiful. I love that ruffle at the bottom. It turned out so well. I'm so pleased with it. Put glue behind my photo as well. And now I'm going to take quite a few of these little leaves that I fussy cut off the paper and just layer them up all the way around into those little gaps, tucking them in. And just a tiny one down here. I love that. And now I'm going to go in, this is super sped up, but I'm popping foam squares behind all the outer edges of my leaves and in between the layers of the roses where they're overlapping. There we go. Now my camera cut out me assembling this ephemera, so I'm just going to keep in the part where I glued it all down. So I just added a few pieces. They're all from a Rosie Studio Christmas collection that I got either last year or the year before, I can't remember. So I love the pink and the brown and the green tones. I think they really go nicely with this layout. So I popped in that little bird, a couple of star anise, this little gingerbread house. I love that. Little Deck the Halls banner at the bottom of my photo that's foiled. Little hot cocoa. Thought the green was just a nice pop of that dark green that I've added in that Christmas tree. It brings in some more of that. And then a little sugar cookie off to the side just to fill in that little gap. Okay, now my title's going to be really simple. I have these beautiful pink and gold foil alphas. I know these aren't new, but again, they're new to me and I'm obsessed with them. I might have to get more. But I'm just going to spell out my angel because that's just the first thing that popped into my head. She's just, look at her, my little angel. And I did add some wet glue to that L. I did have to go back and add wet glue to all of them because they did fall off. Just an FYI. A couple of lines of journaling with my Uniball Signo broad in white, just about how she's beautiful and where we were. It was my grandma's house, her great-grandma's house. Now to finish it off, some splatters. I'm using my white Liquitex acrylic ink. I'm doing some teeny tiny splatters with my little fluffy paintbrush, and then I am going to go in here and just splotch some down for some bigger white splotches. And then some gold Kaiser Mist, of course. Have to add some gold. And that will be my layout done. Please don't forget to go check out the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. There's going to be fun things happening all month. Games, challenges, free giveaways, all sorts of things. So don't miss out on that. Link will be in the description box. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.